So I wasn't planning to talk to, friends or anything today, but this is kind of a good angle of me. Oh, whoops. So I thought maybe I'd just say a few things. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so I just feel like shopping during the pandemic feels a little bit different. Like I'm in Pacific Place downstairs at the great supermarket, but before that I ran some errands upstairs. And the only thing I could get was those aromatherapy oils I was talking about from Muji, that Japanese department store. And I got, my nose. I got some lemongrass, and then I got a new one because it's got sweet orange, which I just feel like trying. Oh, this is a much better angle of me. I got a second bottle, which has like sweet orange, and this thing I've never tried before, called margarine from Egypt. Um, so that's a new one, and I'm gonna put that in my bath and see what happens. Yeah, so that's all I got, and then I dropped by Rapido because I wanted to get some like new flats, for the summer. But like I don't know. There's a sale, but I have so many of them, I can't decide. So I'm gonna think about it. They had these new lace-up ones in like pastel blue, but it doesn't show toe cleavage, which is kind of what I like if I were to wear like flats with like, lace-ups, up the ankle like real ballerina. I really don't look very good like this. So that's why I didn't get any, though there was like a 30% discount, 50% discount. But I have so many flats at home, and I feel bad because I'm not walking around enough to buy more flats that look exactly the same. And last week I got two. Last week I got two. No, last week I got the one pair of new pastel blue flats with like a buckle on it. Really nice. Different, different style. And then I got a pair of heels that was the exact same one as the one I got last month. I just decided to get a second one because it looks really good and it ends up getting comfy after a couple of weeks. But it's like really shiny, sparkly, but I like it because like it's a little transparent on the edges, so you can see a lot of like toe cleavage. And then it's got like kitty heels, and you can still like do a sling back at the end. It's really sparkly. So I got a second pair just because then I can wear it when I go to like an evening like cocktail or a ball. In the future when the pandemic is over and I just have a second pair, I'm just not gonna wear it. Then I can wear the first pair I got, last month or the month before. Yes, it doesn't look very sharp. Somehow this lighting, it doesn't look very sharp today. This is a little better. It looks filtered like I have makeup on or something, and I don't. Today I was taking a break. So I put no makeup on my face. I just tried to stay at home. I always end up doing more than I intended. A lot of, people are kind of, they say they divide themselves into like people who, it's almost 5 minutes. 4 minutes 38. There are people who just do things slowly and they don't want to do too much each day. Then there are people like me, like I actually need to take a break and my neck is aching and everything. Because I'm always, if I'm sitting down and I want to meditate or just take a break, and then I end up doing more of the same, or something else until I get really tired, and then I think, oh, I should take a break or something. Yeah, so this morning, well, last night I actually slept early. I was really tired because I had physiotherapy yesterday with Joanne. Oh, I'm at the coffee bar. Great. And so I went to bed early last night. I woke up early this morning and I said, I'm not going, I'm not going to do anything today. That's what I said. I'm not going to do anything today. But I was waking up at like 6 and I decided, well, I should get into like an earlier habit on certain days of the week. So I decided if I order really good coffee online and it gets delivered, that's my way of getting out of bed. The reason I don't get out of bed early in the mornings is not for any reason other than the fact that I've nothing to do early in the day. Unless I have a plan, if I have a doctor's appointment or something, then I get up and I'm always on time. I never sleep in, I'm never late. And certainly I never fall asleep in the middle of an appointment. That's just, it's unheard of, outrageous, who can believe it? But, I don't know. But I mean, so, my arm's getting tired. So, yes, like I said, I just can't find a reason to get out of bed and my bed feels comfortable and, so that's why, I mean, there are construction workers talking outside, but if I have an appointment, nothing stops me from getting out of bed. And if I don't have an appointment in the morning, then nothing will get me out of the bed. So when I finally feel like getting out of bed just because maybe my back is starting to hurt, so then I get out of bed. But this morning I ordered coffee, and that's because I've been watching like videos made by charities who support all kinds of different families. And there's one charity called Autism Speaks, and they support people who are autistic. And they're actually really amazing people. But I've been watching their family life, and I'm like, oh yeah, if you make a really good coffee early in the morning, then that's gonna get you out of bed. So I've been ordering like Spanish lattes or like oat milk cappuccinos, stuff you can't make at home. It gets delivered, then I have to get out of bed and get it out of from out the door. So I was out of bed by like 7 or 8 this morning, but of course I always drink the coffee in bed. Just still feeling too lazy, and then I was watching those videos. Or sometimes I watch the video I fell asleep to the night before. So then, yeah, this is not a good angle of me because it doesn't look very sharp, it looks like my nose or something, not sharp or something. So like, yeah, watched those vlogs, had my really nice coffee. Oh, and then actually this morning I ordered a Chinese breakfast because it's early in the morning, getting up at, 6 or 7. So I order off this Chinese store, it's called HFP, and they sell all these Chinese soups and herbal drinks. And although I grew up in Hong Kong, and I have a very Chinese mom, but, and I only speak Cantonese with her. But I went to international school, and somehow I just, I'm pretty good at my Chinese, but when it comes to like complicated herbal ingredients, I just read the English translations. So I read all the English menus, and then I just picked whatever sounded good. I got like baked shark fin soup. Then I had a Chinese breakfast. I got some fun. I got like noodles, like low calorie noodles. So this morning I actually had breakfast for a change, although I am on a diet right now. So yeah, I had some breakfast, and then it was like about 9. What else did I do then? Then I took like my supplements. I took some supplements. I wrote out my daily schedule. What did I do? I did my morning facial. This morning I put on, um, well, I did the spot brightener, like I always talk about, because, it helps. It really helps. From Clarence. Then I use the Omorovicta Vitamin C Serum. And the reason I started using it is not just because I love that brand, which I just saw, on in the basement of Bergdorf Goodman, back in Manhattan. I don't know if it's still the makeup counter downstairs at Bergdorf's, but it was, all the years I was living there, and I still go back there. So I noticed they had a new brand the last time I visited Manhattan pre-pandemic, which is Hungarian, and it's called Amorovica. And it's pretty expensive. It's like 100 British pounds, £100 for this small bottle of vitamin C serum. And I realized, well, I heard about it because I always order pretty things off Cult Beauty London. 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 So like I order off Cult Beauty London, and they always give free gifts. You get to pick two. One time I picked the Amorovica Vitamin C. Then I was wondering what Caroline Hirons was going to say about blemishes, and she said vitamin C is really that way because then vitamin A is for preventing, wrinkles that make you look old. So I chose the Amorovica Vitamin C Serum. It came, and the reason I like it is because it doesn't feel oily on the skin whatsoever. And I like it during the day because, right now I'm just visiting parents in Hong Kong. The weather's a little humid, and I have an oily face. So I got that one, and I realized the one I got more of it because I liked it. Then I realized when it arrived that I got the one that's just for the eyes and not for the face. It's called the Amorovica Illumini, which is not for the face, just for the eyes. But of course, anything for the eyes is better than something that's just for the face. Then I looked up the ingredients on Cult Beauty. The one for the eyes, which is packaged as same thing as the one for the face, vitamin C for the face, actually had way better ingredients. The one for the eyes, it's smaller, it's more expensive. It's £100 just for this little. I'm almost done with it. It's been like 2 weeks. It's £100. I don't care, because it's important. Many of my friends and I, we don't always buy expensive things. Sometimes we like to eat yummy, cheap food. Just go to Dunkin' and stuff, get a coffee, and I don't always buy expensive things. And back in the States, we all do so many different things, all the time. But when it comes to back to the skincare, and right now I'm talking here in Hong Kong, so I was using, I was just using my pocket money, and I got the Amorovica Illumini Serum, which works really well for me. Then sometimes I put on the Kate Somerville Peptide K8 because that keeps your skin plump with the collagen. So I looked up the Amorovica eye serum ingredients, which are better than the one for the face. It's smaller, more expensive, and it's just for the eyes. But you know what? I put it all over my face. I put it all over my face. And the reason I love it and the reason it's better than the one just for the face, it's got hyaluronic acid. And it's got a little bit of vitamin A, which the one that's just for the face doesn't have. There's nothing with the vitamin A, nothing with the hyaluronic. And put that on during the daytime too. So that's what I have on. Practically no makeup whatsoever. I decided just to be light today. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so that's what I did for my daytime facial. And then I decided like by 9 or 10, it's time for like my morning nap. I think that's what I did. So I sat down, I lay down on my bed, and I decided I'm gonna listen to what the funny lady on the Sync Tuition app is saying today. Like I said, that's the app it's a little bit expensive, but these days everybody has a meditation app, and mine is the Sync Tuition one, which is really unique. I don't know anybody who has it. But I use the Sync Tuition app. And there's, like a silly lady talking for 2 minutes once a day, and you can only download the new one 24 hours after the last one, so once per day. I don't remember what she talked about today. She talked about the moment of happiness. Today she talked about the moment of happiness, and you never really pay full attention to what she's saying. She's a silly lady. She says funny things. But so I lay down. I did the Sync Tuition app. This looks good. I did the Sync Tuition app. While I was like watching some videos, I decided to watch some cooking videos, like Scylla's vegetarian videos, because I was I forgot that I ordered a lot of food in the morning and put it in my fridge. So I was thinking what I might have for dinner tonight. I'm on a diet because I'm bloated, so I thought look at some vegetarian recipes. I'm not much of a cook. I save my energy and my arms and fingers for practicing the piano once in a while. It's just like going skiing once or twice a year for us. But like I was saying, so look at some shows, watch watch more vlogs, watch this lady on Super Soul. I don't remember the name. There's a different lady every day. Today I think it was somebody called Anne. I was wondering, Anne Lamont, Anne, when somebody's called Anne, you think, but then it was, like her hair, it wasn't like what you would think when you think of somebody called Anne. But it was very interesting. I looked it up, and she's a novelist. So I was just, listening to some, listening to people talk and taking a nap. This is the good angle of me, finally. I did some of that, took a break, listened to more Sync Tuition, That's about all that I did. Then I got up at around 11, and I decided I'm going to order some fruits, because my neck hurts too much to carry heavy things. But there's this fresh fruit store that delivers, and they sell these small so-called sweet watermelons. And I eat lots of watermelons. Every single day I'm eating watermelons. I eat half a watermelon per evening because it's what I like to wash down my dinner. Something light, really tastes good. So I ordered 2 watermelons. So ordered something else on the side, like a couple of apples, some bananas, and some muscat grapes. I got some. I got some muscat grapes. And they got delivered, and then I decided I'll watch more YouTubes, watch more cooking, and then I watched the Amazon Live videos. Today there was this one called Countess of the Low Carb or something. Countess Low Carb. It's actually a guy, and he talks on Amazon about the latest electrical devices that he bought. He was talking about he bought a swimming pool, air conditioner, all these different swimming pools, vacuum cleaners, all kinds of things he was buying, different types of swimming pools of different sizes. He was talking about the coffee maker, selling a coffee maker, all kinds of things. He's even selling like roasted coffee, all of the just very funny things. Because Amazon's been helpful to me. Like I don't know, the suggestions just are right up my alley. Like buying Epsom salts in the bulk. They just suggest to you without you asking, without you typing any search or anything. Then I got suggestions for like things I could put in my bathtub because I spend 2 hours. My bath time is. Ooh, she's so cute. Hey, she waved back to me. So my bath time is like 2 hours a day with Epsom salts, peppermint lavender, or those aromatherapy oils that I said I get at Muji. But with my bad neck, my bad back, somehow I always put like a couple of towels in the bathtub. But they actually sell things just they actually sell something just for the bathtub, just to sit in the bathtub. And then my laptop's on the toilet, and I watch like maybe sometimes I watch Colbert, sometimes sometimes I watch Super Soul. I watch Colbert. I watch the ones from the charities, like autism charities, understood charities, whatever it is. I watch my piano teachers because they're on YouTube, because they're famous. Um, I get my regular dose of um, well, not really learning anything new. I mean, Viennese music is hundreds of years ago, but there's always more to learn. I mean, right now I'm the piece I'm using to keep up to keep my fingers strong, just to exercise my hands, not my brain. Right now, it's the Schumann Concerto. I never learned it before, but you just you know how it's supposed to sound, um, because because of the training, because of my training, because so I've been just going through the first movement of the Schumann Concerto, just to keep my hands warm. It's not very difficult. And then I was practicing double thirds and arpeggios with the Liszt concert etude. It's called Forest Murmurs. Um, it's just really suitable for me because my friend Andrew Monoyan, who went to Aspen with me, um, he sort of, I remember he knew, kind of my strengths, which are like um, really precise and like crystal clear finger work, with very subtle and always contrasting colors. I can go really soft, I can go really loud, I can go really clear no matter what. I could have the pedal on, which is supposed to mush all the keys, and yet I just keep it dry enough that makes people wonder. Um, and I saw him do an Instagram playing that List Etude, and so I was like, yeah, that's what I should use to keep my fingers moving. It's not very polished yet for my standards. It's either a little bit too dry, or I still need to practice, make the fingers stronger. I'm still warming up after a long hiatus. So the List Etude, I've been practicing that. I recorded like an hour-long video of me practicing the piano last year around Christmas. I was at that time practicing the Bach English Suite, um, which I remembered I ought to learn a little bit of, because of course it's the G major English Suite, and my uncle Murray Pariah was giving a master class on that when he was visiting Juilliard a couple of years ago. So I was like, yeah, okay, so I'll learn that piece. So I started a little bit of that. Nothing's very polished. I mean, it is it is, but not for our standards, But you know, good enough that I will watch. You can watch me practice, and I'll do a video of it, and I'll go an hour long. And you can watch me literally make myself improve, within 5 minutes, and I don't care, and I could be live, and it's a in one take, and then I post the video on YouTube, and it's not even edited, and we never do editing. So I just yeah. So just so my piano teachers, and my piano siblings know that I'm still alive, and that yes, I'm just trying to make the fingers a little bit warm. Yeah, so sorry to Andrew because I copied him on the list, and it's okay. It's okay, and I haven't finished practicing it. There are many spots. Third page, left hand. Then D major arpeggio, left hand going downwards, bottom of that page. Then when it changes keys and brewing up a storm, the left hand could be more controlled, a little bit slower. I marked out exactly how I want to position my hand, what I want to do, and I do exactly what I write to myself. I didn't know, somehow it's in my brain. And what else? Yeah, more practicing finger work on the right. The double thirds, the whole piece is like non-stop double thirds. That's getting okay, but yeah, and then the staccato jumping notes after the octave, like octave cadenza kind of thing. I jump pretty well, but just to keep it making sure I always jump precisely. The one thing my three American teachers all said is when you practice, if you never make a mistake, then you never learned how to make a mistake. You will never make a mistake if you never learned how to make one. The only way you can learn how to make one is if you let yourself make one. So when you practice, you never let yourself make one. And all my life, I've just been kind of a robot when it comes to moving my fingers. I remember when I was a kid, growing up in Hong Kong, I actually practiced very little piano. I was actually a really good student in school. Like, I was top of the class in my Hong Kong school like 10 years in a row. But everybody knew piano was like my side hobby, and I took it very seriously, but I practiced less than other kids who, became pianists. And yet, even with no practice, I could do all my concerts and competitions. I came back home winning prizes. My mom was like, I can't believe you win all these, minor awards in Hong Kong and you never practice. And I told her it's just because, my teachers don't give me much music education, but my fingers are just able to execute. My fingers just execute. I'm a nerd, so when I read music, I read it very quickly. When I practice, just very accurate, not much expression, just very accurate with no expression. And it's easy, it's just children's pieces. Then I became a little more expressive on the piano by the time I was about 15 or 16. But before that, it was like, somebody who's practicing very clear exercises. It's very funny. So yes, like I was saying, so my teachers always said, if you never play mistakes, you're not the kind of person, like even when I talk, when I write, every word I say is always clearly enunciated, and I say exactly what I'm thinking. And I always, no matter what, whether I'm shopping, eating, walking, even if I could be, really sleepy, it's just that kind of thing. I don't know. I never thought it was very special. Maybe it's just a Harvard thing. Most of my friends are like that. But yeah, so whoops, I'm talking about something else. So, um, well, around lunchtime, I decided to have some juice. And I watching the Amazons, and then and then it was time for the Amazon. Oh no, Amazon. The, for the Amazon, for the Washington Post World View. I like to read it because it talks a little bit about everything, and it comes with a video at the end with like dogs and cats. It's always something funny. So I did that. Oh, and then before that in the morning, I also listened to some like something like a podcast from Understood, the Understood charity, talking about how little kids learn to adapt to certain situations, like if they want to get off social media because they want to study or something. I don't know. It's gone beyond 30 minutes now, but uh, I can discuss more for another. So, yeah. Then I decided, well, oh, my hair is a little messy today. It's time to wash my hair, take a